What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be looking at a property, as you can see right behind me, located in Naples, just a couple of blocks from my house, believe it or not. We're looking for another one to invest in, and this one looks like it's got some potential. The neighborhood is beautiful, quiet, park right across the street. I've heard that's a good thing, but potentially bad thing with parking sometimes, but it looks pretty quiet. I've never even knew about this park, but other than that, let's go ahead and check out the house. All right, so this is technically not a garage. This is what's called a carport. It helps with the sun, but definitely not a good looking thing. This is gonna have to either get built out to a real garage, or maybe we may have to just add another story to this house. We'll see when we get inside. I haven't been here yet, so this is gonna be just as much as a surprise for me as it is for you guys. Oh my God. Okay, no, it's fine. I've seen much worse. All right, so obviously complete gut. Got to get this thing completely all opened up. Start with a fresh, yeah. Oddly enough, I don't smell too much moisture, which is good, but definitely not a worth keeping anything here. That's not a light fixture. That's actually a black plastic bag that somebody wrapped around some loose electrical wiring. I don't think that's up to code, but what do I know? I'm not an electrician. Okay, so here you can see that this may look like drywall to the naked eye, but as you can see here, this is actually some wood. It's a paneling that was put on the wall, and then somebody had the great idea to just paint over it. So definitely not something we would keep anyway, but just for you guys to know, and it's not always drywall. This is a very small house, so you're not going to see much. Bedroom, bathroom, bedroom, and that's it. We're done. Thanks, guys. See you next time. And yeah, that's it. Let's see. Let's start with this room, I guess. Okay, tiny room, very small house. See this is you see some. Yeah, there's a closet here, but it's not something that I would be like, oh my God, this house is incredible. But this is the ones you got to look at because you can potentially get some really good deals here. You can make it nice. Just because it's small doesn't mean it's not a good possible rental or a good maybe Airbnb property. It is in a nice part of town. All right, the bathroom, obviously, complete gut. It's only one bathroom here, so we're gonna have to find room to possibly put a second. All right, cool. Now let's take a look at the backyard. This is a cool bike. I don't know about you guys, but I like beach cruisers. So if you guys ever want to get me a gift, I'll take a nice beach cruiser. Never had one before, but looks like a Pee Wee Herman bike, don't it?
I meant to do that.
These look like crab traps. They're crab traps, gardening gear, and if there's any Dominicans out there that need milk crates to sit on and play dominoes, we got you covered. Oh, we got fishing reels. I think I was a fisher man, fisher woman. I don't know what it was. Fisher person, to be politically correct. I don't want to get canceled on YouTube. They're asking $300,000 for this. I can probably get its value up to $415 with some repairs and maybe a little bit of a bigger footprint, putting in that that garage where the carport is. If we do that, then our offer price should be somewhere around $250 because we are going to need to do a lot of work to this thing. All right, so now we've seen this one. Let's go ahead and check out the next property we're going to check out today. I'll see you guys over there in 1 second. All right, so now we're at a house that doesn't even really need that much work, but it's located in a part of town that I probably wouldn't be my first pick, but for rental purposes, this might be just what we're looking for. So let's go ahead and walk around. I'll show you guys that this home is laid out probably exactly the way you would want a home laid out if you were going to rent it out to someone. It's got a good flow. It's got actually a lot of entertainment space. So here we're in the living room, which leads right into this space over here, which wouldn't have been my first choice to have this tile floor because this does get very slippery. I've actually had to change these floors in multiple homes already because a little water on this, you're on your back. So maybe not the best thing for a rental, but I like the space. This could easily be taken off, or we could just laminate over this with some PVC flooring. And we'll get out here to the backyard in just a second. I actually haven't been there yet, but it looks really nice and inviting with these doors. I guess this space here they're using as like entertainment space where they have a bar, have a family room, and then here's their main living area. The bedrooms are all off to the one side. We'll check these out real quick, and then we'll go back and check out the kitchen. All right, so here we have the master, which I'm not sure if it qualifies as a master suite. It is a master because it is the biggest, but it doesn't have its own bathroom. Not the end of the world, and everything looks like it's in pretty good shape. The floors are nice, the walls are in good shape. In the pictures, the ceilings look very low, but now that I'm here, they're actually average height. That was going to be my negotiating point, but the bathroom here looks pretty good. There's not much to do there. And here is the other bedroom. Okay, so the problem that we're having here is that we only have 2 bedrooms. I thought this was 3 bedrooms on that side. So what we would have to do is then take this space that we have plenty of space. We could just take this space right here and we can add another bedroom. So at least we have a 3 bedroom and we'd still have this little area here for entertaining with a good flow to the backyard. Over here on the other side, we have the kitchen, which is very enclosed. It's feels claustrophobic. Let me show you guys what I mean. They've got this little narrow window there to open it up a bit, but I think it's going to have to need a little more than that, because once you get in here, it does feel very small. You guys see what I mean? Yeah, it feels tight. So I would definitely get rid of these things because they make it feel even like I'm getting trapped in. So I would open this up a bit, sacrifice some cabinet space, but I'd probably put some more cabinets on the opposite side of this island. That way we can have some more storage and then maximize this wall, which is not being utilized right now, and wrap it around with some cabinets. Over here, we have a direct access to the garage, which is actually in really good shape. The floors have recently been epoxied. We have the air handler here and a 1-car garage, some storage and some laundry. So this I have no qualms about. This is fine. All right, so now we finally made it to the yard. This is actually in good shape. It looks like they just redid this. There's some great lighting out here. So for entertaining in the yard, this is exactly what you want, because the summer here in Florida gets very, very hot. So we would definitely have to put a patio set out here and have a little cookout here, a little area to fry up some meat. But other than that, it's great. It has a white PVC fence, no work needed there. That thing will hold up forever. Okay, so this third property we're gonna look at today is bank owned. And to be honest with you, I kinda like this one. It reminds me a lot of like grandma's house. It's got a good footprint, but it's just really dated. So come on, let me show you guys what I mean. Oop, watch your heads. All right. So as you can see, we have a combination of the paneling on the walls and the faux paint on this wall with a little bit of wallpaper. So we got the best of all worlds, but we can see carpet everywhere. So what I would do in here is just, again, open everything up. This is the kitchen here, believe it or not. So we have to swing around here. This is the current dining room. And then we've got this little galley, little tight kitchen here, which doesn't work for anybody. So we definitely would have to open this up, and then we have a much nicer work area, I guess, or even just flow of the house. This is a little washer and dryer room and also utility room. But again, you know, it just feels very separated from the house. So we'd have to find a better flow for this. But the good thing about this house is that it's got 3 bedrooms. And from what I'm being told, it's got 2 baths. So let's go ahead and check it out. Well, there's an entrance to the bedroom from there, but there's also one from the appropriate place, which is over here. And with this beautiful orange shag carpet, I literally think this carpet is older than the house, because this carpet is literally from the 70s or at least 80s. All right, so this would have to get sealed up on this side, and then this would be an appropriate bedroom with a real bedroom with a real footprint. And right across the hall, we have the bath, and then behind our camera person here, we have 2 more bedrooms. We have more carpet galore. This, I guess, would be considered the master bedroom, because I don't know if it's considered the biggest. It probably is the biggest, which is not much to say. But it also has its own private bathroom here, which obviously would need to be completely renovated there as well. Looks like they already ran the electrical for us, so we're in luck if we want to put up a flat screen right there. And then we've got this last bedroom here, which is probably the same size as the one we just were in, but it's just shaped differently. It's just weird paint jobs everywhere. Somebody saw HGTV on how to do faux paint, and they just went crazy in this house with doing it everywhere. Bro, they must have had a good time. That's all that matters. Nobody's judging you as long as you're happy. All right, let's go ahead and check out the yard. I'm gonna show you guys this over here. All right, so this space out here is really nice. Again, like I said, in the summers it gets really hot, so to have this covered shade area really comes in handy when you want to do a cookout and you just want a place to kind of just hang out outside. So this is cool. We just have to fix this up because it's all ripped up. Got to get the lanai fixed so the mosquitoes don't come in, and then replace these, or if these can be salvaged, paint these in a nice way. So far what I'm seeing is just a lot of cosmetic upgrades in here, probably about 60 grand worth of work. And then back here, what's pretty cool about this one, I don't know how you guys feel about it, because some people are scared of wildlife. Maybe that's why they have a fence here. But other than having a pretty big backyard, which you can see, a lot of nice vegetation, But we've also got that right there, which is the canal. The canal will take you, believe it or not, all the way to the Gulf. There used to be a little deck out here. Well, I guess it was called the little pier or whatever it was. And you were able to fish out here because there are, believe it or not, there are fish, there's turtles, there's even gators. The hurricane definitely took that down. Probably the hurricane, I would say most likely it was the hurricane that did this in. Took a tree with it also. So this would probably have to be something that we'd have to worry about cleaning up. What's really cool is that all over the place we're finding these all over. We found a whole bunch of these. Look at this. I'm not throwing it at you, but look, pretty cool. Shells. Well, I guess you would call them not so much shells, but they're like called something. If you guys know what it's called something. But they're all over here. So I never saw that on a canal before, but they're all over the place. That's pretty cool. This tree is humongous, so we'd probably have to trim it down back a little bit because these branches are pretty intimidating. We'd have to cut those down. But other than that, as you can see, the neighborhood is actually pretty nice. This neighbor has a really nice house. This neighbor has a really nice house. And this is considered to be, I would say, the least expensive section of Naples, or one of the least expensive of Naples. And it's got a really bad reputation that there's a lot of crime here. But believe it or not, it's actually not. There's a lot of good working families here. And there are obviously sometimes some crazies out there, or maybe higher crime rates. But for the most part, these neighborhoods, street by street, they could be a really good investment. And another thing you want to know about these homes is that the taxes on this house are only $635 a year. The last one that I showed you is only $735 a year. So taxes are very, very low. So for a rental, these could make a lot of sense. Now, the only issue with this one is that since we are so close to the canal, we're what's considered an AE flood zone, which means you're going to have to pay a little bit more in flood insurance than other parts of Naples. Now, the majority of Naples is in a flood area, but I think the last one we saw, we might actually be in an X zone, which means that it's not in a flood zone. I got to double check on that, so don't hold me to that. But other than that, those are the three houses that we're looking at. Now we're going to head back to the office and do some numbers on these to see which one we want to maybe make an offer on. Or maybe we'll make an offer on all three of them. You never know, because with these things, you just got to make offers and offers and offers. And then maybe you'll get lucky with one of them. But let me know down below, which one do you guys like the most? Which one do you think has the most potential? And how much would you offer? So before we get started, I just want to remind you guys, we still have that 30% coupon code going on to the end of the year. If you want to learn how to break down numbers just like we're going to do right now, and also if you want to learn how to look for comps, buy properties at foreclosure auctions, or even buy properties directly from banks, it's all there. Take advantage of that 30% coupon code right there. You can even book a one-on-one session with me. All right, so now with the first property, that property is going to be worth about $415,000 after repairs, but since it needs so much renovation, we're going to go in at $225,000. It's not going to be an easy one to renovate, so we want to make sure we keep our numbers tight. Now, the second one, that didn't really need that much work at all. That one's worth about $402,000, and currently it's listed at $385,000, but we still need to redo the kitchen, and also we need to add in that third bedroom. So I think $285,000 is going to be the appropriate offer on that home. And now the last one, Grandma's house. With that property, it's also going to be worth around $400,000, and we want to go in at $225,000 because we want to keep our numbers on the lower side, because we're going to end up having to pay more in flood insurance, because that one is located in an AE flood area in town, so it's going to cost us more to insure that one. So wish us luck, because we're going to make offers on all three of them. The way things are going in this market right now, you just don't know who's going to say yes. You have to make offers even though they may be offended. Well, guess what? We're going into a recession where property values are going to be going down anyway. So the time to start making offers that insult people or offend people is now, so you can make it through the recession without being underwater.